The second part of that is don't be afraid to ask the tough question. We are afraid to talk about suicide. We're afraid that if we ask the question, it may give someone the idea. But the research continues to show us that a healthy person it bounces off of, and that a high percentage of people struggling have already thought about it because of social media, because of movies, because of books. It's out there. It's out there every single day. When I walk into a classroom, even a middle school class, I'll ask young people in that classroom, 35 kids, how many of you know someone who may be struggling that's even thought about suicide? And it doesn't matter what part of the country I'm in, 80 to 90% of the kids will raise their hands. So they know it and it's around there. So don't be afraid to ask the tough questions. Have you thought about hurting yourself? I like to use that question with younger kids. And then depending on the response, I'll go to the next question. Have you thought about suicide? And then my final question, have you thought about killing yourself? Because I want to know as much as I can, and then I'm going to listen. I've been amazed at the number of times, hundreds and hundreds of times, when young people have been referred to me, and I didn't even know them very well. And sometimes it's the first time I ever met them. And within 10 to 15 minutes, I'll ask that tough question. Danny, thanks for spending some time with me. You were referred by Mrs. So-and-so, and she had read something that you had written in one of your journals in her English class, and she was concerned that you were thinking about hurting yourself. Have you thought about suicide? I've been amazed at the number of times where the kids will, about 60% of the time, will open up and start talking about it. 20% will depend on the relationship, that other 20%. And then the other 20% depends, I don't want anybody to know they're too embarrassed about it or whatever. But don't be afraid, please, to ask the tough questions, because you're never going to find out if you don't ask. And you never know, that may be the last opportunity you have to really find out if your child is struggling. And what the research continues to show, opening that up gives them a chance to share their emotions and their feelings and to feel like it's safe to share. And I'm not going to be embarrassed. I'm not going to be put down for those feelings.